Alright, what is up guys, Boo Boo here, and today we are changing the belts on the Hardbody. So, if you're wondering, you probably already know this, but some of you probably don't. That's why you guys are probably watching this video. So, some trucks have it, some trucks don't. This right here, power steering, right here. This is the pulley. Here, I don't know if y'all can see this right here. That is a pulley for the power steering. It goes over here to over here, loops over, down to the crankshaft at the bottom. That is the one closest to you, and then it's your water pump and alternator to the crankshaft or camshaft, can't remember. And then the last one is, if you have it, if not, then you only have two, but I have air conditioner down there, and its pulleys right next to it, and it goes to the camshaft. So this right here, this right here is a 12. That's a 12. You don't need to loosen this one or anything else to remove this one. Just for verification, here's a 12. Oh, I lied. I'm a liar. I got it mistaken. So this right here is a 14. So you just loosen this one, and then I believe you loosen this one as well. Yep. Loosen both of these, not all the way, but just enough. You can see the thread sticking out right here. Focus right there. Loosen that. This belt comes off, and it comes off the crankshaft. This is the first one. This is the power steering one, water pump, and then the one in the back is the air conditioner. So the reason I'm replacing all of these, in reality I was just going to change one, but the reason I'm changing all three is because my power steering went out, and I messed it up pretty bad. It's pretty bad. This is the alternator one. Starting to crack a little bit, and I was like, it's still pretty good, but I have the money, so just change it. This is the air conditioner one. Focus. Yeah, so this one's pretty bad. Here are the new ones, pretty good. And if you're wondering, how do you know which ones? If you go to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or Advanced Auto Parts or whatever, you tell them like, hey, I have this vehicle, 97 Nissan pickup, two-wheel drive, I need all three belts that go in it, and they already have it. But if you're wondering, this is 17365. I have right here, where is it at? 17365. And then I have, wherever it is, oh, there it is, 15360, and then 17463. Those are all three, and I have these in order already. And I need power steering fluid. So I would recommend that if you have power steering in your vehicle, fill that up, because I didn't have it filled, and I guess it gave out, and it was getting hard to pull, and it busted. And then this right here is a 12 for the alternator. Loosen this bolt and this bolt, and you just push the alternator forward and it loosens it. And then for the air conditioner one, loosen this one, it's 14, this one in the front, That's a 14, and then you just push it forward. Phone's slipping out of my hand. You just push it forward like so, and it loosens it. And you want to put the air conditioner one first, then alternator, then power steering, because there's only 3 slots, and each slot is designated. Because as you can see, it's lined up here, and then this one's lined up with the water pump and alternator. That one lines up with power steering and the pulley. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get these bad boys on. Okay, so this one is a 12, this one is a 14, and we got it on there. It's a little tight, and it's on there pretty good. So as you can see, you want it on the first one, farthest one. Not sure how tight it has to be. But yeah, let's do the next one. Okay, so got it on there. It is it's about the same as the air conditioner one, except this one, I had to tie it, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, it's all gunk right here. Because since I had the old ones, I couldn't tighten it as tight because the old ones were like rough. And this one being brand new, I had to tighten it even tighter because I needed it to get tight. So you want slack on your belts, but not too much slack to where like you can like completely pull it up. Basically, you don't want it to like be loose to where it bounces off track. So yeah, I might need to tighten that one down a bit. Now you guys can see I can like almost push it down, but it's not enough slack to where, I don't know if you guys can see, I can like bend it towards the edge. Might need to tighten it down a little bit, but yeah, make sure you tighten down this bolt and this bolt. Do this one first, and then once it's tight and you like the slack, then tighten down this one. Now onto this one. So alternator was water pump, alternator, and let me see, the pulley right here. There's that one, that's on the second one. Now we gotta go to the first one. As you can see, it's empty, right? Don't focus on my finger. Oh my goodness. Whew, it's a good thing I closed that. You can see it's open right here. That's where this one right here is where the water pump is an alternator. Then you want to do this one for the power steering. That's it. Okay, so we have all 3 on. Pretty tight, a little bit tight, a little slack. This one right here as well. This one right here too. Alright. Always make sure there's nothing in your engine bay that's going to damage, because I left a rag on there one time and I had to replace my whole radiator, and it turned out that these were corroded, so I had to change those two, and then I had to change my thermostat and thermostat housing. And then after I changed it all, where you at? There you are. That one right there with the clamp, that's right there. That whole hose I had to change out. It's a small one, and it took forever. It took me like a day or two. But let's crank this bad boy up. See how she sounds. Let's open the garage in case it's loud and in case it squeals. Close the door so the kids won't get scared. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I accidentally turned it off. Okay, let's get her in. Okay, this is the first time I ever turn it on and all I can hear is the exhaust. I could usually hear like stuff in the engine and everything, and I don't hear nothing. Like the engine like very lightly, but usually there's so much sound that I don't hear the exhaust. This is the loudest my exhaust has been at idle. Yeah. Why is there all this smoke? Okay, too tight. Just this one. This one's way too tight. You can see it bubbling. I don't see any of the other ones like that, just this one. Right, it's good we tested it out. Geez, now my whole garage is all smoky. You can see it in the lights. That was a 14. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's... Oh. Let's drop that. Yep. Tighten this a little too tight. Oh, damn, it's hot. Okay. Hopefully this works. And it's hot. Alright, what is up, guys? Booby here. I'm here with my boy Jaden Noah. Yeah. And so the reason I say this is because today is literally another day, and the truck right there. So changed the belts and everything, but one of the pulleys wasn't turning, and it would turn every so often. And here it is. So you guys can see the bearings are all messed up. So I had to go to AutoZone, get a new one. Make sure you specify stuff to them, because the lady gave me some different one, and it was like 2 times as big as this one. And she was like, yeah, that one's definitely it. And I was like, no, if you compare it, it's a different size. And she's like, oh, it's because it's newer and it's for performance. And I was like, no, shouldn't be. So she went back and she's like, oh, look, this is the one. And it's already on the truck. I'm about to screw it on and everything. And this one, I would tighten it down. It wouldn't spin at all, like at all. And then I turned on the truck and I drove it around, and it started spinning. And sometimes it would just lock up and not spin. So you can smell burnt from the belt. So I'm pretty sure the new belt that I just put on, I'm probably gonna have to replace it pretty soon. So yeah, let's do this. All right, so here's the new pulley. As you can see, it's spinning. Time to tighten down this bolt and this bolt. Alright, so there we have it. It's spinning. Next I'm gonna buy the bottom one right there. That way all the pulleys are good. I have a new alternator, a new water pump. I'm going to buy a new AC compressor and eventually a new power steering. That way all my movable parts are good, and then I'm gonna proceed to the back. I want to get an S10 intake and do all that and start removing some of the stuff I don't need. So like over here it's clear, and start changing up new parts, like adding new items, moving the battery to the back, changing out the coolant tank, and yeah, eventually gonna make it better. Move all the fuses to the inside where the glove compartment is. That way everything's together, and start working on the interior. Gonna eventually put new parts, or I'm gonna buy a new engine and fix up that engine, like a whole new engine block, and fix that one up, performance. And this one, just throw the S10 intake on it and a turbo, and just run it till it blows. And that way all I gotta do is transfer the turbo and the S10 intake to the new engine. Just do an engine swap. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's changing out the belt. Always check your pulleys, and that's about it. Thanks for watching. Keep it real, keep it G, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Deuces.